Thank you for calling Koncrete. Have you, a family member or someone you know been affected by prescription drugs? How does it make you feel? Is there something you wish you could change now or in the past? Are you currently using? Do you wish you could get off of them? Are they still fun? Let's talk. Feel free to remain anonymous if that makes you more comfortable. This is a safe space for you to work through your feelings. We appreciate your courage to confront these thoughts. First message.
Hello? Is anybody there? Fuck.
Next message.
I'm 40-something years old, and the blues, the Oxycontin blues, have totally made me regress 10 years, at least. Back on my feet, to an extent. That meaning that I don't use every day like I used to for 7 years. I have a job, I work, and I still party by myself. It's pretty fucking stupid. But then I'll ask myself why I still use. It's like makes me feel better. I haven't felt normal since I started using that shit. But then I try to think back if I was feeling normal then, because I've always had some kind of substance, like drink or cocaine. But it's really when the blues got started, shit got crazy. And I had a nice long run until, the money dried up and looked like an idiot, cried to everybody that you're a fucking drug addict. I don't know what else to say. I probably should have wrote down the the questions. But yeah, drugs are bad. Don't do them. Don't be a fucking retard. If you're gonna do them responsibly. But if you're doing something every day, even smoking pot, it's not right. I don't know. Your body's used to being uncontaminated, as I feel. That's what uncontaminated. I don't know. That's it. Bye.
Next message. Next message.
Hey, I saw the post on YouTube from Concrete, so I wanted to call in and give my thoughts on, prescription drugs. I guess like you guys, I live in Pinellas County, Florida, and I've been extremely affected by the pain pills that are prevalent around here. I'd say for the past 10 years or more, since 2009 at least, nearly every day has been filled with using Oxycontin 30s multiple times a day. From the beginning, they used to be way cheap, and I could spend like $40 a day, but now it has gotten out of control, and I can spend up to $180 a day. It's certainly no way to live my life, and I'm extremely affected by it mentally. I just feel like I've wasted so much time, and I'm 31 now. I make $53,000 a year, and I live paycheck to paycheck because I choose to get high nearly every day. And I've been saying I'm going to quit for years. I went to one NA meeting, and one powerful quote stuck out to me of how in reality 1 is too many, but in our mind 1,000 is never enough. And once you do one, it really never stops from there. It's always more and more and more. It all started out smoking weed, which I still think is cool. I could smoke a bunch of weed, and I don't want to smoke more weed. But once you start doing those pain pills, that's all you think about. Every dollar that goes out of your bank account is, well, shit, that could have been on getting high. And you think about every dollar that you could have to, support your habit and feel normal now. After 10 years, you really don't even feel that high anymore. It's more just getting back to what you remember life being. And I really don't know how much more I want to share. You know, I'm from a very fortunate family, and it's a shame. But these pills affect everyone, you know, from homeless people to people living on the water down here in Tampa or Clearwater Beach, anybody really. But, you know, every day is a choice that I choose to make to continue to get high. Lately I've used, I think, 2 times so far in 2020, and I want to keep it at that. Anytime I use, I never feel good within an hour. So it's good to get these thoughts out there and, again, realize how stupid it is. But hope you find something you can use. And
Next message.
Hey, what's going on? I just saw your post on the YouTube pen board, and I just thought I would call because I've got, I guess, like an interesting story. I remember back whenever I want to say 1st or 2nd grade, like I was like 8 or 9, and I didn't really know like what these drugs, like what prescription drugs do. But I just remember like waking up, like usually my mom would always come wake me up for school, you know, get me ready. And I like slept in really late, and I was like, it's super weird. It's like a Wednesday. It was like a Wednesday or Thursday. And I was like, that's super weird. I don't know like why my mom let me sleep in. I remember like waking up looking for her. She wasn't in her bedroom or anything. And then I go out in the living room and I see her sitting in, like, we had like a big like lazy chair. She's just sitting in her chair, and she was just staring off, like she's just staring off like into space. I was like, Mom, Mom, I'm ready to go to school. And I just remember her, like, it was so like crazy to me. My mom later ended up telling me that, like, she was just so stressed out that she had, they're called, Oxycodone or Codeine or something. And she had taken a couple of those and actually had, like, paralyzed, like, not paralyzed, but, like, partially, like, it made her body, half of her body, she couldn't move it. She wasn't responding to me. She was just looking at me. I remember that. And it was just so crazy to me. You know, it's hard. Like seeing your own mother like that, you know, that it really, like, it hurts you. Like, 'cause, you know, that's the person that's supposed to love you unconditionally, and, you know, they're hurting. Like, it's still, I just remember, or just, like, I was talking to her, and I was like, Mom, like, what's going on? Like, she wouldn't answer me, and I called my stepdad, and he came home, was, like, shaking her. She was like, come on, get up, like, what's going on? She's still conscious at this point, you know, and we had to get ambulance, and she ended up getting, getting the helicopter.
Next message.
It's me, Mario.
Next message.
Hi, I just wanted to share my experience as a mom and maybe shed some light or give some hope to other mothers or families that are struggling right now. We went through almost 10 years of drug abuse with a child. A parent's worst nightmare, of course. It's nothing that you ever want your child to grow up to be an addict, but it happens, and it happens before you know it. And you try to help over and over again. I remember going to a city council meeting in Clearwater. The meeting was about putting a ban on the pill mills opening. And I went, and they asked me if I wanted to speak. I said, no, I'm just here to listen. And then as I started meeting and talking to other moms that were there, our kids all shared the same doctors. They all were on the same prescription drugs. I had never met these women in my life. Many of them found their kids dead in their beds, surrounded by their pills. Another mother had to go in her son's room and clean up after he shot himself because he didn't want to be a drug addict or a burden anymore. And my son was in prison at that point. And the first time somebody ever hugged me and said, I wish my son was in prison. And it just broke my heart. It still does to this day. I have a hard time talking about it. But we got to visit our son. Prison actually saved his life. We remained strong as a family through visits and letters and pictures, going to the prison, eating all kinds of stupid snacks and laughing. But we all stayed together and we made it. And I just want people to know that if you are going through something like that, there's hope for you. There's people out there that love you and will encourage you. It's just hard to know what to say. But like I said, there is hope. Our family stayed strong through everything. Our son came home stronger, happier, and healthier than he had been in a long time. He found love and got married, and we all stayed together.
Next message.
Literally every aspect of my life has been changed because my parents were on Percocet and they were getting prescribed by the doctor. Because once you get hooked on it, it changes your whole way of thinking. Because that's all you think about. That becomes priority number one. Your kids aren't the priorities no more. They're not priority number one. My mom and dad, me and my brother, we weren't the priorities no more. It was first, let me get the pills, then I can take care of Jamie and Jeffrey. Like, you know, Jamie wanted to play cello. Oh, I can only use this money for these pills. I ain't got enough money to get him a new cello. Jamie wanted to play sports. Nah, man, we can't get you new cleats, Jamie. We can't get you no gloves. We can't get you the material you need because we barely making enough money for these pills. And then when she's off the pills, my mom ain't doing the pills. She's erratic. She's emotional. Like, my mom and dad, when we were little, as a kid, I remember going to the doctor because they thought I had Tourette's. Because I used to do this weird it was like a little tick. What it was life was so chaotic that I had to have some kind of consistency in my life. So I would do, I ain't really want to talk about that, but I'm nervous when I was younger because my mom and my dad, every time they get around each other, they start fighting because one of them must have been going through some withdrawals. They hadn't had their fix for the day, so they just blow up on the littlest things. And I remember when I was younger, every time going up to her asking about something or showing her a project I did, I used to collect rocks. And I'd show them to her, and she was disinterested in it. At the football game, she didn't really care. So that kind of shit fucks with you when you're younger. And it's not made me an anxious person. Like, I'm 24 years old now. Everything's gotten a little bit better, but it encompassed everything. It made school harder. I couldn't talk in school. It was very weird because some years I'd be the class clown, making everyone laugh, being very charismatic and outgoing. Then other years I'd be the shy kid. I couldn't say a word. Just because I ain't had nobody talk to about my problems, what was going on. The teachers didn't see it. The teachers didn't notice it, or either they didn't care or whatever. But I mean, that shit. I'm lucky to even be in the situation I'm in right now because every single one of my family members, they do Percocets at the very least, and that shit's horrible, man. Especially growing up around that shit. It feels like you ain't got a shot. Because you ain't got no.
Next message.
Yeah, bro, pills are fucked up, homie. Especially them oxys. Them bitches are no good, bro, for real. My boy, his mom just passed. Man, yeah. My boy's mom just passed away from them hoes, and then, you know, I've had problems with them type shit when I was like way younger. Bro, don't do drugs. You know what I'm saying? Like, straight up. smoke weed, man. You're gonna be good, you know? And pills really turn you into a hoe for real too. But yeah, nah, they're super addictive too. Like you're gonna take like 2 and you're gonna be hooked forever, especially off like Xans and shit. Unless a doctor prescribe you them hoes, don't take them. And if they do, don't take them. You know what I'm talking about?
Next message.
Hi, I'm weird.
Thanks for calling. Your thoughts matter. Let's talk 727-222-0423.